time discount, that sets the groundwork for every discount that you're going from there. Chorus, roll through your first time discount.
First time discount? All right, so how long do you think it'd be before you can, you're gonna come to like a decision on this product?
Probably a couple weeks.
Couple weeks? So you're serious about getting it done?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something what we can offer you to maybe, push you over the edge, appeal to your greed a little bit. And what it
I don't want
is,
to be pushed over the edge.
no, I don't know, it's just the words.
I don't, I'm just a customer.
Okay. Show you what we're doing here. And what it is.
Shake the fucking, if you let them get through it the first time before you shake them up, man.
Right, every time we have to come back to a job, we have 30-day prices, as you see, all over town. And for us to have to come back, we miss out on somewhere else to go. And if there's 10 guys in the office, that's 10 jobs that they're missing out going back to, because they have to go back and chase after the guy who says, hey, I want to go with your company. I got that 30-day price.
Well, I'll just come in. I'll come to your office, take care of it then. You won't have to come back out.
Oh, shit. Then just do that then. Why did you do that in the first place? Why am I sitting here?
You were offering a free estimate.
Fuckers. Goddamn free estimates.
But no, I mean, I just, that's what I do. I tell them, 10 guys in the office, if we sell half of them at an average of 10,000 a job, you're looking at 50,000 a week that we're missing out on. That's 200,000 a month. So if you were owner of a company who was missing out on 200,000 a month, would you want to do something to try to stop that? And this is what we have. We have a 10% off first time promotion. So if we can get you on the schedule today, we can get the ball rolling, I can offer you 10% off so we don't have to come back out and when you're ready to sign with us.
Not bad. I think I'll throw a curveball. That stuff I've heard, by saying it and everything else, and just, you don't worry about it. I'll just come back and I'll come back to your office and fill out the paperwork there. You won't have to come back out. So don't worry about it. Then when well, exactly, that's what I'm asking. What do you say? The look on your face was like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm like, well, yeah.
Here's my fucking card.
So what would you
Yeah,
say?
For sure.
What's that?
This is something that I have to offer today. This is mine to offer. If you could come back to the office tomorrow and this is the price for tomorrow,
But the whole purpose is so you don't come back out there. So you can't justify your discount now. Because the whole justification of it is to not come back a second time.
That's why I was asking.
Right. That's why I'm asking.
We don't have an office to come see us.
Yeah, I've already told them we're on Mount.
Oh, wait,
Mount
so you're-
Pleasant.
We're 2 hours away.
So you lied?
I'm
Yeah.
in Grossbeck. I'm out of Grossbeck. We've already talked about that.
Gross, but
Fourth
yes, well, I
slide.
live on Church Street, so. you
Why
guys
do
are
we
right down the
use
street.
Why do we use the iPad in our presentation?
To give them a visual.
It's another form of.
So what kind of visual did you give me with my discount?
paper. Well, nothing, but
You gave him sound.
All he did is verbally talk.
Well, he doesn't have the paper.
Right. I mean, I would have had,
I
my
asked him to do it. Give me roll for your
Discount.
discount.
paper.
He visually hold up a make-believe piece of paper.
He's spitting out a bunch of numbers at me, but I don't know what any of them fucking mean.
Yeah.
The reason you go through your presentation and everything's right in front of you, the reason you have the survey and stuff, it's right, it sits on in front of the, right on the table, so it's a reminder of what's going on. Okay, I mean, have you guys ever seen me go through my first time promotion?
I don't think so.
Well,
You said you write on the back when you're explaining. Do you start writing?
Yep. As soon as I start getting into it,
That's like, that's a good.
and basically how I set it up, first off, I got the 4 prices. I put it all out to them, explain to them what the difference is in each package you get and what they're looking at. And then I go through, okay, with our sale, we got this pricing, and then we do have a couple different financing options available. But if you were to finance it with nothing down, and I underline that, the 0 down, these payments don't begin until July. We put it out there, a couple months out there or whatever, depending on the time of the year, what product you're selling, how long it's gonna take to install it. But throw it out there, there's nothing starting today. And that's what you wanna plant that seed, that it's not gonna be, these payments don't start till July or June, July. Okay, and we have a low monthly payment option up top, and if you don't like paying interest, we do have a 18-month no interest option as well. And then I slide it in front of them and shut the fuck up. Okay, and then once that happens, they're gonna give you a couple different objections, everything else. You got your economy, you got your preferred, platinum, and then your metal. Okay, before you even get into your discount, what do you gotta do?
Isolate them on a package.
And price for payment.
Isolate them on which way they're going. Okay, so first off, we gotta get them to whatever their objection is, get them to realize it's price.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta think about it. You're my first guy, I'm getting multiple estimates. Okay, I understand you wanna get some other estimates. Let me ask you a question. Price aside, my product fulfills your needs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're comfortable with the company and everything else? All right, so when you're getting your other estimates, are you looking for a lesser quality product or comparable quality product for less?
Comparable for less.
Okay, so you don't wanna spend more, do you? Okay, because I could add a 0 to the bottom if you want. All right, so you're looking for something comparable. You're not looking for lesser quality? Okay, so something comparable for less. That makes sense. So I understand why you want to get your other estimates. Now let me ask you a question. What were you hoping this whole project was going to run? Not exact ballpark.
$5,000.
About $5,000? Okay. Where am I at price-wise? 35?
Yeah, 35.
Okay. Okay, somewhere. I understand. So in order to save some time, okay, obviously you want to shop and compare apples for apples, right? You're not going to be apples and oranges comparison, right?
No.
Instead of me writing you up an estimate on all 4 of these packages, okay, is there any of them that you'd like to eliminate? I mean, are you really considering going with the felt paper and the 3 feet of ice shield?
No.
No? And how about this metal roof package? Is that something you're really looking to put on there?
I wish.
I mean, is it what you're looking to put on there though?
Can't.
Kind of overkill?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you've eliminated those 2, right? So basically it leaves you with the preferred and the platinum. All right, what is it, Dave, that you liked about the platinum package the most?
The Capmaster.
Catmaster? Okay, what else?
Right, what?
And the guarantee.
Guaranteed?
$20 accessories. That's the best
What
thing
else?
about it.
$15.
The starter channel.
Starter?
Yep.
What else?
That
Warranty.
ridge bond.
Okay.
So everything.
So that's what you liked about the platinum. What is it, why are you still considering possibly going with the preferred? What is it that most turned you on about that package?
Price of it.
The price?
Yep.
Okay. So it sounds like what you like about this one is the value that the platinum package provides for you, correct?
Yeah.
And why you're still considering possibly going with the preferred is because of the price, correct? So when you're getting your other estimates, it makes sense. You're trying to find as much of this value as you can, as close to that price as possible, correct? That's what you're telling me. Because if, at the end of the day, if you can get this product at that price, it's pretty much a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's, okay, I understand now why you want to get your other estimates, to see how much you can get from there.
Good.
Okay. Now, it doesn't fucking matter about your $5,000 price, because now you're comparing this. I just got you to tell me that if I can get this price at that product, the product at that price, it's a no-brainer. That's what you're trying to achieve by shopping and getting your other estimates. Now I got them broken down to price, and I got that amount out of them, that this is $3,000. So at the end of the day, by you getting your other estimates, you want to see if you can find everything in this package to see how much of that $3,000 you can save. That's pretty much what you're telling me, correct?
Yeah.
All right, now I can start getting into negotiation. All right, when did you say you were planning on getting this project done?
Next month.
Next month? Okay, so you're a serious buyer. You're gonna do something here soon.
Yep.
Okay, well, we do have an optional promotion going on right now, okay? And it's up to you if you want it or not. You can accept it, you can refuse it. Okay, but it is something optional. Let me explain it to you first, and then you can be the judge of whether you like it or not. Okay, as a company, we have to set approximately 100 appointments a day to keep our entire sales staff busy. All right, out of the 100, we're gonna sit in front of about 70 some odd customers. Okay, that's pretty much day-to-day given basis. And we're gonna sell half of those, 30, 35 of those every single day. There's no problem with the people who are buying. Okay, obviously no problem. And there's really not a problem with the people who haven't. They gotta see if their loan goes through. Talk to their parents, their kids, or whatever their situation is, no big deal. The problem we run into is when they finally get that loan or they get their taxes back and they're ready to get this project done and they start calling us back, we can't predict when that phone call is gonna happen and when that's gonna take place. So what happens is we still gotta set our appointments in advance. Now what happens if we got 100 appointments set up for tomorrow and 31 people call us back that we've seen from the previous year, because we give estimates good for a year. Well, now we come in on Thursday or Friday, we have 131 appointments to cover. Of course, we don't have physically enough people to cover all those appointments. So we got a decision to make. Who do you see first? The customer on one end who's got their check made out to rock solid, or you got the other customer who wants to get a free estimate good for a year? If you're in my shoes, who are you going to see first?
The money guy.
In a heartbeat, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we do. We're going to go back and see that guy because the bird in the hand beats two in the bush. All right? But what happens to that other guy? Okay? We're overbooked. We can't see him. So we get on the phone. We call him up to reschedule it. Hey, Mr. Jones, sorry about, we had an overbooking and we'd like to reschedule you if possible. Is there any way we can maybe bump you to next week? And believe it or not, most of them don't have a problem with it. And they reschedule. But there's always that guy. That one guy who says, wait a minute, dude, you called me up You called me back 2 or 3 times making sure me and my wife were gonna be here. I rearranged my whole schedule. I'm missing my kid's ball game to be here. And now you're gonna call me up and say you can't fucking make it? Fuck you. And they cancel. You think that might happen every once in a while? Well, let's say on a low side, we lose 2 to 3 of those jobs a day. On a low side, our average job's 11 grand. You take the 2, that's $22,000 a day that we potentially lose. You spread that out over a month, 20 some odd days we run appointments, we lose over $500,000. All because we can't be in 2 spots at one time. Does that make sense? Let me ask you, what could you do with $500,000?
Not a lot.
Probably wouldn't need a roof on this house, right?
That doesn't, whatever.
Okay? Well, that's how the owner looks at it. Goes, hey, that's a hell of a lot of money. We lose every single month because we can't be at 2 places at once. That's a lot of research and development on new materials that we can get into. That's a lot of bonuses that he could throw out to people, a lot of advertising and stuff that we can do. How can we recoup some of that? Do you have any idea? Do you have any ideas for us? Well, this is what we came up with. Okay, what we figure is if we don't have to keep coming back out, seeing the customers we've already previously seen, we don't piss these people off and we don't lose that money. Does that make sense? So in efforts to stop these people from canceling out and overbooking, we came out with this optional promotion. Look, you can accept it, you can decline it. It's completely up to you. But what it is, it's an extra 10% first time promotion. Any of our customers who aren't in position to take action with us on the initial visit, we can save you an extra 10% off today, because next week it frees us up to see these guys. Does that make sense? So if you want to go ahead and put it together while I'm out here today, I can do it for X or $325 a month. Put your pen down, put the cap back on it, sit back in your chair, and do the fucking hand. Cover your mouth, so you don't fucking say nothing. It's important to put the cap back on your pen, put the pen down, put the pen away. I'm done negotiating. If you still got it sitting there in front of them and it's all open and everything else, it subconsciously lets them think that, hey, there's still may be some negotiation. Put it down, hey, I'm done. Put the cap on it, sit back, cover your mouth so you don't fucking say anything and shut the fuck up. But what you're doing is you're getting the customer, number one, this is all sitting in front of them. They're seeing all these numbers. It's not just you verbally, I know you were saying it, but it's a little more real when you can see it. Not to mention, as I'm going through my story, the whole process, I'm getting you involved with it, just like I did with the presentation. And so you're basically telling me, hey man, if I had fucking, I was in similar shoes as you, I'd probably run the same fucking promotion. Because it makes sense. And they're telling me, they're giving me feedback and building it in. It's not like just, hey, if you save us a trip, we'll save you 10% off. Okay, they're telling me, and they're involved in this whole discounting story, just like I have them involved in my whole pitch, by asking the questions. Instead of me hammering them, telling them this is what's going on, I'm getting them involved so they're telling me this is the way it needs to be done. You know, when I'm talking about ventilation and everything in my pitch, I'm not talking about, you know, say you have to have this intake ventilation or it's not going to work and you're not going to get code and everything else. No, I'm going to ask the questions so they're going to tell me, you know what, yeah, I can see how ventilation isn't going to work from the intake because of my sockets. I can see how I'm going to have to get this edge vent installed on my house. The last guy didn't mention any of that stuff. No wonder he was $5 grand. If I get my customer involved as we're discussing that during the presentation, they understand why it's more. And they're not going to question and say, well, can you do it for this? No, of course, like you said, that's not the right way of doing a roof. Like you said, it's not going to pass inspection if I don't do it that way. And you want your roof to pass inspection, don't you? If it doesn't, you really think you're going to be able to sell your house? But you got to set them up throughout the pitch and everything else, and it's no different when it gets to the close. Get them involved in that. Okay? I mean, now they know exactly where the money's coming from. But basically, again, the customer's sitting there going, if I was in your shoes, I would run the same, something similar as a program. Because it makes sense. I can see how your time is valued. I was with a new guy, it was a while ago, where we were going in, doing a presentation, everything else, and during the pitch, and we just got into the close, gave her the price or whatever, she goes, yeah, the last guy, I had another estimate, and he came in here and he said, you know, if you buy today, I'll save you 10% off and this and that. And I told him, pack up your shit and get the fuck out of here. That's bullshit. And, you know, one of them high pressure sales tactics, everything else. And, you know, she told us this, I think right before we got into the pricing. And we had to go to the car to get something. And the new guy came up and he goes, dude, what are you going to do? He goes, that's your first fucking discount, the first promotion discount. Come on, Dave, let's see you fucking go ahead. And I go, dude, that last guy, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I go, I'm gonna do it the same like I would every single fucking time. And I went through this whole fucking story, drew out the hundreds, broke it all down, got her involved and everything else. And at the end of the day, she sat there and pretty much said, okay, let's do it. She goes, and I love that promo. She goes, that's great, it makes so much sense. I can understand exactly why you use it. And she threw the last guy out for offering the same fucking promo.
Yeah, because all he said was, I can save you 10% if we can sign it up today.
Pretty much, that's what she got out of it.
No, okay, let me call my boss. Hey, can we put aside an extra $500?
It made sense to her. She understood. She saw where the money was coming from. We lose this money. Why can you offer me 10% off today? Well, we're going to take it out of our profit. The more volume we do, we don't have to pack as much profit into each individual job. We can spread that out because you're allowing us to see more people. Does that make sense? So because of that, we're able to extend the savings out to you. All right, show it to them and then slide it in front. Then you have the certificate to show that this is a legitimate thing. Okay? What I like doing to spin on it too is think about the name of this. First time promotion. You saw us at the show, right? How many other estimates do you have? So this is the first time you're getting a quote? So this promo's for you now. Yeah, it's our first time out there or whatever, but because we're their first person, fucking put that spin on it.
Yeah.
This is the first time you've gotten an estimate on this roof? Well, what we found out is most of the time, okay, at the end of the day, people are looking to find something comparable to what we have to see if they can save some money. All right? When you start your shopping and start doing your due diligence and going through all of that stuff, what are you hoping to save at the end of it? If you're really legitimately comparing apples for apples.
5-7%.
Okay, well, we're going to give you 10. We're going to do the shopping for you. And that's pretty much what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah.
But spin it on them, well, you qualify for this discount because you don't have any other estimates. You have nothing to compare it to. And we understand that people want to shop and go in and see if they can save a couple bucks to find something comparable. Because we can get you into a lower package, right?
Right.
Is that the package fill your needs?
No.
So it doesn't matter how cheap this package is. If it doesn't meet your needs, how much are you willing to spend on it?
No, nothing.
So that one's completely eliminated. And using the 4 boxes, guys, to get that price out of that customer. When you are double of what everybody else is, or that guy's got that thing, or they didn't even have a pop. You know, especially with siding. You know, I mean, that's a different one. You know, they had 10 grand in mind, but they had nothing to compare it to. They were 25, whatever it is. Break them down into different packages. That's why we have them. If you can get this package at that price, it's a no-brainer.
Right.
You know, and that's where you got to establish it, right? Oh, I don't want that package. Well, I mean, I'm trying to get closer to your price range. I know, but I want everything here. Well, let's see what we can work on the platinum and get you closer to that number. You know, it's that $3,000 holding us apart. And then break it down to the ridiculous. It's not the 3 grand, it's $42 a month
Right.
to get that upgraded package that you want. Those people yesterday, you were talking about your siding people or whatever, that might put the 5 grand down. Okay, could they afford the payment?
Oh, yeah.
Did they tell you that? Be careful how you ask that question. Can you afford the $330 a month or whatever?
How does it fit in your budget?
I always ask them, what kind of payment can you afford without taking food off the table?
It's not taking the bread or butter.
You know, now they think about it, okay, it's not that hard, it's not going to really stretch us too far, and they're going to come up with a number that's going to give you a reasonable payment. You know, at that point you can extend the terms. You know, but they could be freaking out. They could be looking at that interest rate going, fuck, man, I got to sleep on this. I don't know if I want to pay 10% interest. You know, I'm going to go to my credit union tomorrow when I wake up and start making some calls, see if I can get a reduced rate. But they're not telling you that. You know, which one of these options do you think you would go on? Low payment, no interest? And it's $360 affordable for you without taking food off the table? Well, actually, $300 would be a lot better than the $360. Okay. So $300 a month or whatever, you feel a lot more comfortable with that payment? Well, we could put something down. You were talking about putting 5 grand, or you can get into that angle or whatever, or you can extend the term, get them into a different plan. But now you got that price, that amount set up differently with the payment option. But guys, you see the difference of making sure they're getting involved in the pitch, or in the discounting, I mean? And then the same thing when you're rolling into now the advertising assistance program. You know, I know you guys have been getting a lot better with that and pulling out the sheet and going through and, you know, but again, like we're doing here, show them some video testimonials. This is what we're asking of you. Do you think you'd have a problem? not only are you giving him a reference right there that he's seeing in the video testimonial, but now he sees what you're gonna be asking. It's real,
It's a real person too.
right? It's not fake news and like, oh yeah, we're gonna have like we were doing, oh, we're gonna offer you this discount
Yeah.
and we want this, and this, and we don't follow up with it.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
No.
Now it's real. Show them how it's real. Show them the picture of the sign or the last customer you took with them standing there with their dog in fucking front of the thing. And that they gave you a 5-star review. You know, pull up Google and stuff. Show them our reviews. You know, don't be afraid to do this. This is what we're going to ask of you. And you can see this one, he name dropped me. Yeah, I'm going to ask you to do the same thing. Set them up. It's real. And that's where we're going to have Scott in the back there calling through everybody who has this advertising assistance program.
Should we call somebody for the advertising assist? That doesn't require a phone call, right?
To do the advertising assistance? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, that Saturday, I don't.
Do we need any more? I know we've been slamming on these right now. Do we need any more of these? What area are you in?
We only have 3 per zip code. Like Novi for the home show, and now around here, it's gonna be like, we had the home show, these things got beaten up really good. Let's see if I can pull it out of a different area.
You know, and with the target marketing, yeah, exactly. I mean, and explain it to them. Look, with the internet nowadays, you can pinpoint each area by the zip code.
Yeah.
So when we do that, we try to blast Facebook with, 3 testimonials of people from West Bloomfield. So everybody in that neighborhood and stuff like that knows, and then their houses are similar and all of that stuff. Let me just see our availability here in Warren, and see if we've already taken up our 3. Because, I mean, if we get 5 or 6 of them, I mean, you can overload the system too, and overload Facebook, and put too much shit that's out there, and then it defeats the purpose, and then people start ignoring you because you're bombarding them. So that way, we found out it's 3 is what we want for each zip code when we're targeting it.
Yeah, go pick up a check.
Right on, man, get that money.
Yeah, be back in like an hour.
That's a good reason to leave.
We doing the interview.
I know he wanted to do some of them, so some of the guys will do, today, we'll carry some over to tomorrow so you can get his haircut.
Okay. See you guys.
See ya.
I need to bag my turban, so I'll be here tomorrow
Yeah.
too.
There you
Make
go.
sure that turban's back.
Yeah.
But, break it down, say, yeah, there's only 3 of them. Because of that, in the areas and stuff, and I know, how did you hear about us, by the way? Oh, canvas appointment, oh, you saw us at the show. Whatever it is, spin it on them. Obviously if it's a canvassing appointment, we didn't just knock on your door, right? We probably knocked on everybody else in your neighborhood. So we've been targeting it.
Let me see. Oh, Anthony and Nick are both in the same subdivision as me at the same time? Okay.
And it's good for them to hear it too, but you don't want to sound too corny when you're saying it either, like it's completely rehearsed.
Yeah.
You gotta, oh really? No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, my bad. No, I didn't realize we had so many appointments out here.
That's good, though.
Right, it's
People who
real.
swear, yeah.
I've
Right.
done that. I've done
You can do
that.
what?
When it's like someone that's cussed in front of you before, during everything, I'm like, oh shit, oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck, man, talk like that. That's how I like to fucking talk too.
But make these discounts real is what I'm saying.
That insulation I sold in Howell, the lady showed me on her phone, she was using our pink foam finger that she got from the Novi show. They had a fire drill at her work, and she was using it to escort
That's
people.
awesome.
You should have her son that to you.
Yeah, she showed me a little video. It was
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, grab some fingers and stuff. Have those in your car. You like leaving shit with the customers and stuff.
Yeah.
Grab a fucking thing of the foam fingers, man.
Yeah.
Wash your
Oh, you got some kids. Hold on 1 second. When you come back in,
Yeah.
bring them a finger. Oh,
Oh
they
yeah, I
like
never
it.
got no koozies, man.
Rock solid, the hot chick.
I got a whole box of
Summer?
koozies here if you guys want.
I never grabbed them last time.
Yeah, I'll do it right this second. You know what you mean.
Eric,
I'm gonna go retract my negative review.
did you guys see these yesterday?
Yeah.
Did you guys read through them?
I got mine.
Did you guys see that we
Yeah. Dale was in it.
were rock solids in here?
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dale.
That's why I grabbed all of these for you guys, yeah. So you could talk about how they were asking us, rock solid, about ventilation to put in here and everything else.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have a digital, I got it digitally as well,
That's fucking badass.
where I'm gonna include it like in the pitch. There's another article that we were in as well, talking about ventilation, so I mean, it's, hey, we gotta do this stuff.
Yeah.
It just gives us more credibility. You guys should be getting your certificates too, of the attendance and everything else.
Cool.
Put those in there, give them to me, we'll scan them in or whatever, and I can get your own customized page, with your salesperson's license, which we are gonna be getting you guys all licensed
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
as well.
You're telling me.
And then all of these different certifications from all these different seminars.
Can you
and
put my
stuff.
Internachi certification in there?
The who?
If I send a picture, my inspection.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we'll wait till you get your certificate from this.
I left early, so I didn't
I
fill
know,
it.
Joe filled one out for you.
Oh, perfect.
So,
Oh, I didn't fill it out.
you motherfucker.
Way to go.
I have
I
one
thought it was like
car.
the company owners fill it out.
Yeah, why is he gotta say fucking something
Paper?
fucking
Little contract thingy.
airtight
Oh,
isn't
you guys
necessarily air, right? Ah, dude.
That's where all the daily sales will come from when he's a salesman, is the dad,
Oh,
dad
dude.
It's
jokes.
comments like that to get him laid.
Salesman and stuff.
But yeah, use this, pull it out, pull
this
this
out.
out.
Pull it out.
We're in the same mindset there,
Let's
but,
spell it out for you guys.
you know, anytime as a company we can get published and something like that, I mean, it just gives us more credibility, you know, we're the roof pro, man, we're the experts on this. Last guy didn't talk to you about ventilation.
I've been in an online magazine before for the home inspections.
I've been in a magazine.
That was pretty cool.
PM
Had a
magazine
picture in the magazine.
for a year.
Pretty cool.
Um,
Yes, I had them.
But guys, also going back to that ventilation part of it all, and I was looking for my warranties and stuff like that of other companies. Go through, I mean, are you guys going through and putting out 4 or 5 different manufacturers' warranties on the table and showing them the clauses or the loopholes in all of them?
No, with the roofing.
Alright, we should be, and I'll get you guys those
Just
now.
certainty the back of that one.
You should have Owens Corning, you should have fucking GAF, you should have fucking Certainty, and you know, any of them that are out there, and just say, look, I don't care which manufacturer you buy your materials from. The 2 biggest things that they're not gonna cover, improper installation, because they don't know who's doing it, okay? And then the next one on the list is improper ventilation. If it's not properly vented, doesn't matter who you're buying your materials from, okay, it voids out their warranty. At the end of the day, you're looking to have some sort of protection and warranty on your roof, aren't you?
Mhm.
So then that means you need to have it properly vented according to what they're telling you, right?
Mhm.
Did the last guy mention anything about ventilation?
No.
So that means that piece of paper he gave you is completely worthless. You might as well throw it into a fire pit, because it's gonna do you better good there than it will fucking sitting on your table. Does that make sense? Let me show you why we can guarantee this. Because we properly vent it. And if you hammer it and everything else, and really hammer then you can come back to hammering the ventilation part, the intake, and the edge vent, and there's no doubt in their mind. When they start going back, well, I don't really need that. Well, like you said, Anthony, you wanted a warranty that comes with it, right?
Mhm.
And what did we say, what happens with a warranty that's not properly vented?
Right.
So you might as well forget what that last guy said. Or even forget that package that doesn't include it. I can't take that out. Okay, now it's credible, it means something to me. And then remember, the last guy didn't mention any of that stuff, and why didn't he? It's gonna cost more money. And you plant the seed. Yeah, you plant the seed, do them early. There's 20,000 roofing contractors out there. This is what I do when I'm talking about the platinum. How do you think all these guys compete? They're the cheapest in town, they figure they're gonna get some of the business, right? So at that point, they're looking for ways to skip and keep their costs down. If he didn't mention anything about adding intake ventilation, do you really think he's gonna spend extra money and time to make sure you're properly vented? Probably not, right? And all you're doing is building that doubt in the customer's mind. So it can come back later with everything.
Housekeeping, come in.
And then you guys should be showing the oaks. Most of these guys will have in here and then show the oaks thing. Yeah, it's Thursday.
Sorry. Eric, when you're done, I have, I'm trying to get it installed for today on the job. Alright, thank you.
But you guys should be pulling out Oak's warranty, where it says, we're not responsible for ventilation, go consult an expert. You know, these guys have these clauses in there because they know it's gonna void out the warranty. Don't you expect the guy putting on your roof to be an expert in roofing? Know what the fuck he's doing? If they have that clause in there, what does that tell you about their company?
Yeah.
Now let me ask you, do you think they're gonna be one of the higher priced companies you have out or one of the lower ones?
Yeah, the lower ones.
Okay,
And that's
ask those
exactly
questions
what
though, don't hammer them and tell them this stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta ask the questions and make them make that determination on their own.
I had one
And now every lowball price that they've had, they're putting in that same spectrum, that same fucking category as Oaks, just because they saw it from Oaks, you planted the seed that anybody who didn't fucking mention it, they're gonna have that same clause in there.
Right.
And you're their first guy out, which is 80% of the time, they have nothing more to learn about except for what you told them,
Yeah.
right? And if you've established yourself as the expert, they're gonna fucking believe you. Man, I could be the cheapest guy in town. I have a package for that. But like you said, that doesn't meet your needs, does it? How much are you willing to spend on something that doesn't meet your needs? Well, Oaks is gonna charge you 10 grand. And I'll be honest with you, if that's the package you want, call them. I'll be replacing it again after 2-3 years. I don't wanna put that package up. I won't. If really that's what you wanna put on your house, go call my competition. I'll honestly. Cause it's gonna be a headache and I'm gonna have to deal with it and I'd rather not. Take it away from them, make them feel, really? You'd walk from a job? Fuck yeah, I would. Cause all your neighbors are gonna remember is rock solid siding was in the front lawn. Not that you were a cheap prick and you bought the cheapest shit out there.
Cheap brick.
They're all
Fuck
cheap
yeah.
Call them a cheap brick?
Yep. Cause that's what they're being.
Faith.
Well, I'm moving.
Move faster, so I can put a roof on the next owner, huh?
No, that's mine, on the offices.
I was gonna say,
Oh, man,
man,
this is ginormous.
it reminds me of when I had a car.
You've seen that.
Yeah, those are the ones we got for the office and shit, and then when my hard drive blew up, Matt put my hard drive in that one, I'm like, that thing fucking sucks. I'm like, I need a good computer. Alright,
Question for.
that's all I got, I'm setting up for these, we all got noons, guys, Anthony, you got 2 of them.
That's exciting.
Wow,
2 noons, buddy.
how the fuck you pull that off?
You
Yeah,
got
it's
this.
gonna be fun.
That's good.
I got a noon too.
Nice.
Oh, yeah? What if it's still
I
good?
had a 5 that just canceled.
You had 5 that just canceled?
I think I got an email. Debbie, Fran.
Did it fine?
Debbie Donna.
Oh,
Doug Dimmadome.
guys, go to Marathon, gas up. Who wants to take it?
Fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Go gas up.
Thank you.
Run over there and then come on back and then, after your noons, the checks will be ready, so.
Sweet.
Okay. What's the code on this thing?
3,000.
Yeah.
You were a little too fast on that one.
That's right.
buddy. You said a little too much there, huh?
Yeah. Good thing they don't look at it. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, hey, you wanna fill up your car too?
3 false flags. Fucking fill it up $50. All I gotta give you $20. You have any idea what my check is?
Nope. No, I didn't want anybody to check this yet.
But you remember what we talked about yesterday?
Yep.
Cut. What the fuck is that bitch's name? Casada. Oh, fuck, dude. I swear to God. The girl's lucky I'm not a beater.